Good afternoon or good evening, guys. It's a 4:53 p.m. Today is Monday, November 15th. So let's start with the notes, okay? Day trading, pre-market notes. So this was the comments from the Friday's closing remark, right? So I want buyers to hold above 74.78 in ES and NQ 135 or 180, so that 135 was the key today. That's where the back and forth happened actually, and the last set of buyers came in from 135, so yes, exactly did not come down to 78 even. So that means that is telling you that buyers are in control in ES and NQ as well as actually, so but anyway, so yes, so today's notes were simple, that favor buyers, that's all at pullback. So any supports we have to just view it in intraday and we have to take a decision, so above, but as long as it is holding above this, buyers are there for today. Technically buyers are controlling above 43, right? So as long as price is holding it above 43, in general buyers are there, right? And then it is, if price is above 43, right, let's say at 75 or 79 or 86, whatever level, right, so those levels will be driven by the buying from those levels will be driven by real-time situation, right? So above 43 buyers means buyers are there, but then it is up to us to decide in real time, right, whether to push button at 78 if price comes there, 86 which is aggressive but it can hold, so 86 do you want to buy it, or you want to buy it at even 92, 94, you want to take opening breakout, right? Those are the decisions you have to make based on your risk reward situation, right? So but overall the direction is fixed that you have to stick with buyers, right? So if buyers are super strong, right, then they may hold it above 85, 86, right? And that is essentially happened right of the open. That was the trade, 86 to 91, 5 point out, NQ 212 dream number, right? So 205, right? So above Globex low 205 preferably. I want NQ buyers to hold it, right? And then above 165, 180 as a backup area, right? So 175, 180 was a backup. So NQ went below this thing, this area. That means sellers came in, and when sellers came in intraday and price spoke below it and it is coming from the top, right, that means day is screwed up because now both parties will be active, and then sellers will try their best to keep the price below this area because that was a preferred area to hold above, right? So if NQ went below it, that means those sellers are active and they will continue to defend. At the lower side, all the lower areas will act as a support, right? So which is this area of the open, right? And then price went up to 240 or this area and then it came down, right? So then it will be a ping pong, if price goes back above below 210 again, then that will be the situation, right? And then it will run into these areas and so and do back and forth at that point, right? So NQ's dream number is important. That is what I typed in Discord, right, in the morning. So 212, and that was the opening move, was 212 and 86 lined up together, and 24-hour VWAP mid, everything was there, right? So first rush or push, I would say, gap up and go kind of situation. 5 point and you're out. Why 5 point and out? Because of, I'll explain, but though that's the story. So I did not trade it today technically because I was out for a car service in the morning. I came back at 12 p.m. in the noon, so everything was done by the time, right? And then price was chopping around, so I just kept few point here and there, right? So but anyway, so let's go here. So this level 65, 67 was actually our level, so I forgot to put it here in this drawings, in this tool, but if you look at it, where is it? Here, right? So if you go down, yes, see, that level was there in the morning, right? I just forgot to include here, right? So I'm going to just draw a line and keep it there, right? So it's a support, it's not a first test buy here, right? But that suppose was listed there, just that was my point, right? So price did not randomly bounce, it bounced from the support, right? Because if these lines were not here, then you can assume that it's random bounce, but this was not a random bounce. Okay, so but this is a minor support, right? Actual support was this. So let me cover this first. If price goes through these things, right, come straight to here, you're not supposed to buy at the first test, minor support, right? But when it came second time, right, at that time you can evaluate internals, right? See here, S&P 80 was technically at 0, and price was almost how many points? Almost 20 points down from yesterday's close, right? Doesn't make sense, right? That means its sellers are not that much in control. Look at this, right? Based purely on AD. So you can try, but it's not a valid setup, like a super good setup. We have to make the setup here, you know. So on the retest of the low, right, if you look at momentum, only one time dip, right, and then price couldn't even price straight balanced here, right? So if price wanted to go down, when it touched here, it would have gone down right there, step down, but instead it created this balance, took out the balance, came back up into this support, right here, right, and even ahead of this broken support and resistance, it went down, right? So it's like a fear of missing kind of intraday sellers here, you know. But you have to look at it. If this thing went down right here, right, when it was happening real time, and so when it came down, right, like this, when that candle was running, you can see the red candle up to here, right, and then you can see this. See, this was balancing actually, it was not going down, right? So look at this, price came from here to here, it did not went down too much, right? So it's a balancing. Yes, you can make a case when it went higher, this thing did not go higher, so that's why you see this pullback coming down, right? But when it's coming down, it has to slice through it, you know. And momentum, look at this, right? So it was trending higher, right? It was not another minus 600 and going down, right? So chances are, and the way you look at NQ was exhausted, see? So that's why you can take this trade, right? But not, and you can target this, right? But when it touched here and you see slight chop, you out basically, you know, because now you know the sellers are in control from here, right? Intraday you are taking against the sellers, the buy, right, along from here, so you can't hold it because day is already screwed up now for both sides, right? And ideally sellers are controlling below this 86 now, right? So that's how, so that was the only trade, and this is the opening trade from 86, right? 86 was the level, I mentioned it for a reason, right? In pre-market note, and 212 dream number was there, so right of the open, price flushed down right there, right? You can take a long. Why? Because of this. See, overnight it held this area 74, 78, so buyers were there, it was respecting, right? And then price took out this overnight high, right, balanced it, and then go higher, right, and went straight up to 97. At that point here, it was telling you that buyers are in full control, so they will try to do gap up and go situation, right? But you have to realize it, price already moved. 99 was the target yesterday, you know, on Friday, that they were trying to achieve, and 07, 011. So 99 it just got there from straight up here. So it is also possible some souls will try to short it, you know. So, and that essentially they did, and price was already overdone here, right? And considering OPEX is coming this Friday, this week is going to be choppy move anyway. So when it comes down 86, you go long, you have to realize it that price may go up to this and come down too, you know. Or since it was able to break out about this balance, right, it should ideally have held it right here at 90, ideally, right? 86 was extension into support, which we bought it actually, right? but when it goes above to 90, this is where you have to be careful to watch it, see what's going on, right? So first time up, right here, let's say you held it. See, I would have built it out right here, but let's say you hold it here, right? Then price comes down, right, immediately. So it touched it, come down, right? Same candle, that was your first warning sign, right? But it's, let's say you're holding it 86, then it chopped around, right? Then it went higher, fine, okay, it wants to go to moon, right? But then you look under the surface, which is this, see, trending down. Yes, however, AD is holding positive, right? This one is good, right? So you can make a case, yes, fine, I want to hold it, fine, you can hold it. But if price goes further down, you are ready to bail out, you know, with break even or maybe 1.2 point loss. But this is the warning sign. If I was watching and if I was still in it, I would be out here, you know, because of this. One time it should have gone through it right here, but instead coming down, I'm out, right? So that's how you should manage in real time, you know. Now once this is gone, this area is gone, right? Price came down here and then the everything bounced, right? So at this point it looks like, okay, fine, it wants to go higher again to the moon, fine, okay. So let's see the internals. Did they move? No, they did not. So they are still weak, right? But price action always precedes, right, over internals. So fine, let it go higher, break out, and we can look for pullback here. Remember, today's theme was, as per Discord, right, I typed it there in the morning, that only no breakout buy, pullback long. We should only look for pullback long, no shorts, right? I did not talk about short today. So we have to wait, right? But instead of going higher, it came down again, right? Now it came down again up to this 79 area somewhere, right? It did not come here, right? So you're not supposed to buy it actually here, right? So here you're not buying it here, okay? Then price made a double bottom kind of right here, right? But when it was happening in real time, right, you are seeing that, hey, price is holding below 86, price holding below 90, right? And now it's chopping around, right? Overall, whoever bought it, they are trapped here, they are trapped, right? And now when price came here second time, right, this was a double bottom kind of second test, right? You want to see a weakness in the AD, which was there, right, in NYC AD, and it was still around zero line though, however, right? So it's still positive, I would say, correct? And then this things, S&P 80 right here was higher up, see, it was a divergence. So based on only that, you can make a case to go long here, you know, right here. But it's again, it's the makeup setup, you know, it's not a valid good setup, right? But then you are also knowing that you are putting a stop right below here in that case, because technically price could have fall down here, then bounce back up, see? So either you wait for a price to come here on the same bar, or you just jump on board based on this low, you know. So however you do it, but I would not have bought it here, because knowing that this area can act as a resistance now, this 86, you know. So I would have let it go, you know. If it has to work, it has to work right here, you know. Now I have to wait for lower areas, you know. So now if you remember we always says, if it fails here, you skip one level, go to the next one, right? Which is this happened exactly, see, the next one worked out, but this one did not, because of this balance on top of it. So when it came down here at this bar, your chances are 50-50. Why? Because now price has enough time to balance right above this area, and it got a rejection from here. So chances are, I would say, only 70-30. 30% chance it will hold, false breakout, false breakdown, or 70% chance it will slice through it and go to the next level. So next level it went there, right, straight down, exhausted, but it's a minor support. We are not supposed to buy it here. Went up, came down again. That's where you see all these things which I already explained, right? You can make up a case to go long. After that, once you are out here, no more trading. It's a garbage day at that point, you know. So no more trading. Thank you. I did couple of scalps right here in this area, but I stick with only longs, no shorts, you know. So only long, few points, 10, 15, 20 points, out, again out, that's what I did. The last one, you know, I took a long at 135 and I built out right here, right exactly at this point, you know, and I took the long from here somewhere, you know, somewhere around 135, 140, and I built out right here, you know. So that was my trade in NQ, and that be all, you know, for today. Tomorrow I have no clue, you know. So 82, remember I discussed 82 and 86, that is what buyers are trying to get to, you know, which they did. Now 82, right? So here, so now what? Now nothing. Now tomorrow, this is exchange area. Remember, exchange areas are magnet areas, right? Price tends to build balance around it, keep getting attraction to attract to that point, and then eventually a move will start right from this exchange area. Either tomorrow, day after tomorrow, on Friday or Thursday, most likely it will generate a move from here, either this or either this, you know. So just watch out this area, 74, 78, you know. And that be all. Rest I will put it in the closing remark for today. Okay, what to look for in the overnight and for tomorrow.